Hi, everybody. So good to have you all on here. And Sherry, I just want to kick this off by talking about carrying too much. And in my life, I believe that I have spent years in my 20s, 30s, and early 40s. I'm going to give that up. Really try.
I'm not giving that mine, okay? I'm not giving that mine.
but really caring so much and always being like, oh, look at me, I'm doing this and I'm working 20 hours and essentially until the pandemic, I had no idea that I was doing so much and that I was missing so much, even with my cats beating each other up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been gone too much and didn't know this stuff was happening. And so I'd love to hear your thoughts on caring too much and what's happened in your life.
I am going to tattle on myself. So, being a high capacity woman, I really, um, I would just do, and then I would tell everybody how busy I was and how many things I had on my plate. And I almost wore it like a badge of honor. And it's like, this is
Mhm.
just silly. It's like, why am I writing, doing this as a badge of honor? It's like, this is just silly. But it almost became like part of my identity in a way.
Yeah,
I don't know for
absolutely.
you if that happened with you or anything. So,
It did, and I always call it like the juggling because I'd always see, oh, look at me, I'm doing this and that, and I part of it was that I was like, okay, this is going to get somewhere. I had this vision of, ooh, look at I can do all this stuff and I'm going to achieve all this stuff and perform. And I remember always crashing out all the time. After I would do things, I would end up crashing out. And over time, it actually was impacting my health. I could hardly sleep, and I didn't realize how much was going on. And I realized that the juggling ended up everything was on the ground. And I had no idea because I thought I was still juggling, but every single ball was on the ground. And I thought I was still in control and could actually do the things that I used to do.
and I feel like as a high capacity woman as well, like the the higher you go, because I run a company, Square Tree Publishing and Productions, and the bigger the company became, it wasn't about my yes anymore. The biggest thing that I can tell you is it's about your no. Like, what are you saying no to in this season? And it might be really good things, and that's what's really tough. It's like, what's the good things versus the things that God really wants you to go after, to be really specialized, really focused, and really say no to a lot of things because I get a lot of opportunities and I have to turn them away. And if you're not confident in that, and if you're finding your identity in your capacity, especially if you're gifted, it makes it even worse. Um, you know, then you're just going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, but you're going to wear yourself out. You're going to end up with health issues. And a lot of times you don't even realize it till later.
Yeah. And I know we were talking about this just about the carrying, and I realized that one of the big things is that when you are carrying so much, you really want less on your plate, and that is the nose. It's the nose of things that are good, but not God. And that was hard because there were things that were good in my life that I was carrying, and I thought, oh, I have to keep carrying it. But as I was healing, as I was growing, as I became just deeper healing, then I realized that the less is more. That I need to release a lot of these things to actually go into who I'm becoming, and so that was a huge key: is less is more on my plate, so that I can move forward without all of the stress of too much.
And I think as well you have more. I'm thinking of Jesus. He only picked the 12. Like he really focused in on the work that was right before him, and like he changed the world with 11 guys in the
Mhm.
end. So it's not that you have to have like all the followings because he did that harsh statement like drink my blood and eat my body and all that bread and all that. And
Mhm.
a lot of them went at that point and they weren't even around. A lot of them left. So he really focused in on the 12. And it's like, what is your 12 in this season? What are you to focus in on and who? So I think it's twofold. It's like, who are the people that you're supposed to pour into in this season? And who are the people that what are the projects that you're supposed to pour into in this season, and get really clear, especially in the new year, get really clear on what those are supposed to be and then go after it.
I love that. Absolutely. And so, Sherry, we've been talking about this whole how what we've carried and all of the lessons we've learned. I've learned quite a bit. I've definitely got a lot of humble pie in learning how to get less things on my plate. I know Sherry has talked about that. And so, our heart, from all of our pain, all of the hard things in our life, all of our own struggles, have led us to this part, this place in our lives. And so, we are pioneering and moving forward into a high capacity reset free 5-day challenge. Sherry, do you want to share a little bit more about that to those who are listening?
Yeah, so Dr. Amanda and I are putting together a free 5-day challenge called the High Capacity Reset. So if you are a high capacity woman, you're going after it. You're either a business leader, you're a ministry leader, you're a creator, a creative, and you're a Christian. We are looking for you, and it's a free challenge. So you can go to, I'll put the link up here so you guys can see it. So it's highcapacityreset.com. It is free for 5 days. We do have an optional VIP if you want to go deeper on the activations. And we would love to help you get really clear in this season of where you're going, what you're going to say yes to, and what you're going to say no to in this season as well. And who are you going to say no to and yes to in the projects. And so you get really crystal clear going into this new year. So I'm excited about it.
Yes. Yeah. So we're excited we hope that you join, and we'll be praying for y'all and talk to you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye.